Oh my God. So yeah, that's luckily my landlord, I don't have a landlord here. I mean, I do, but I've never spoken to them.
You have like an apartment manager or
something. There's a building manager, and then there's like the owner of the building who owns like multiple buildings. So like I haven't had to deal with a landlord.
Yeah, that must be nice.
There's, I mean, I've dealt with an apartment manager, but like he just sends, like I just only ever text him, and he's never come into the building. Occasionally he'll send. I'm saying this like things have been so good. They haven't been. One time I woke up because the maintenance guy was in my bedroom.
Right, yeah, no. Like my landlady at least like texts me. Like she like makes it very... Yeah. She like lets me know.
No, my property manager will occasionally just be like, yeah, we're going to have somebody come by to check on the air conditioner sometime later this week. Next thing I know, it's fucking like 9 a.m. and I'm like, huh? And just fucking, just Oscar is in my room, and he's just looking at me, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I chased a man out of my house. Like I got up out of my bed, and I went, "Excuse me, what are you doing?" And he was so freaked out. He was so sorry
because honestly, like poor guy,
right?
Because like I'm sure he was given permission by whoever he was supposed to get permission
I didn't
from.
know that.
Yeah, you didn't
I
know.
had
You
just woken up.
He was a stranger in your house.
I had woken up with a stranger in my bedroom, and not even in the fun way. It was fucking. It was fucking. Frightening, more so for him, yeah, because he doesn't know if I'm some fucking psycho.
Right.
Pick up a fireplace poker and just start whacking him with it. Who knows?
And that would also like ruin me as like a guy who goes into people's apartments to fix their air conditioning.
Yeah.
Because then like every time I go into an apartment from then on out, I'm like, do they fucking know I'm about to be here?
Right?
Am I gonna get screamed at? Like, ooh.
One time, when I was back in college, somebody came into my dorm in the middle of the night. I guess because I must have left it unlocked, but it was the dead of night, and it was on the first thirsty Thursday of the semester, up at Old Bing, and I'm in bed, and I start to come to with this very large man with a shaved head in a white T-shirt. Looking like Gomer Pyle from Full Metal Jacket.
That's the last fucking guy you want to see looming over your bed.
Yeah. Well, he was in the corner. And
that's even worse.
Yeah.
Like, that is the worst position for a looming fat man to be.
Still not looking at me.
Oh, my God.
And I'm just hearing, like which this sounds like I'm simulating this is the doorknob I'm fucking with.
Right.
I'm not trying to tell you I'm hearing a doorknob. I'm hearing something being jostled. And I sit up a little bit, and he's at the printer just kind of fucking with it. just kind of messing around with the printer. and I'm like, hello? Cause like I'm not ready to fucking defend myself against an intruder, you know? It's these two scrawny fucking. I was like a fucking 150 pounds soaking wet at the time. Like right. I was the scrawniest man on earth. Yeah. If I had fallen over, I would make a clattering noise.
Yeah,
I was so bony.
I remember you in college. Yeah, like
and so I was not ready to like fucking try to intimidate this guy. And neither was my roommate, who, you know, just to give you an idea, was a violinist. So,
right.
you know.
Right, yeah.
And so
same general build.
Exactly. There are no strong violinists.
Yeah, no, you have what I would describe as a violinist's body.
So I'm like bleary-eyed, just going like, hello? And he's just like grunting and fucking around with the fucking printer. Oh no, I fucked up a picture on my and he doesn't say anything. He just kind of grunts. And then I go, what are you doing? And then my roommate sits up too. Like, what are you doing here? He's somehow just got way more balls than me. And he's even smaller than I am. And this enormous man just goes, shh.
Worse. This guy is just like the worst version of what he could be. Like,
and then
he's standing in the corner. He's going, shh. college. He's like, he's fat and bald.
And then, I want to simulate another sound.
Okay.
But I can't because it's the sound of urine hitting the floor.
Oh my God.
And him saying, shh, they told me I could come here.
Man, I miss college.
I don't.
Like, I kind of love that, actually. That's kind of like a just the fact that can be part of your day. Just like,
looking back,
that guy's harmless. Sure, he pissed on your floor, but he's harmless.
Yeah, and like that's fine, But and we had to get a new rug, so that's annoying. But like, I don't know who told him he could come in there.
Yeah.
I
guess the two people who could have told him that were there, and neither of them did.
Yeah, no. Either we made an enemy somewhere,
right,
or this guy was like sleepwalking.
Yeah, or just like pretty drunk is what it sounds like.
You have to be very drunk.
Yeah,
and
like very drunk.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Yeah. This was at Rutgers, right?
No.
Oh, this is Willie P.
No.
Oh, which one? Where was the other one?
One of the several others I attended. It doesn't matter.
Like, okay.
No, it was in Binghamton.
It was still,
And so we ended up chasing him out of there, and just watching him run, just was something else. Just this haunting man. This like fucking enormous John Coffey of a man, like just but like milky white. And disappearing off into the autumn Binghamton night. his bare feet kicking up dead leaves in the quad.
Right.
And
he just kind of like fades out.
Yeah.
as he like gets a certain distance.
Yeah. He just he was a memory all along. He was the ghost of old Dickinson. And then we called the police. And they were like, did you see where he went? No. What did he look like? Oh, he had like a buzz cut, and he was kind of heavy. He was tall and white. Okay. All right. Have a good night, guys.
Welcome to college, you stupid asshole. It's like, I don't know what the fuck you thought you signed up for, but it was this.
Yeah. Yeah, no, those cops probably, I'm sure they left that place and then like got in their car and were immediately just like, you want to do our job now?
Right.
You want to go and do cop things?
Right. No. Yeah. Let's go. We're campus police officers. Our jobs are to harangue people about weed and not much else.
Yeah.
Not even arrest them for it. Just kind of like knock on the door when you smell it and like give them time to hide it. Just to like scare them into being discreet. That's your job.
Yeah. Exactly.
It was like I got like pretty used to just like weirdos showing up on my college dorm my freshman year.
Oh yeah,
because my roommate was like a big weed dealer. Like it was just so like every day it was just like people like knocking on my door and like tepidly peeking their heads in and being like, hey, yo, what's up? Yo, is here? It's like, is a around? What's going on? And I would just so like, to buy weed, and they'd be like, yeah, like. It's like, he'll be back eventually. I don't know, man. And then they would like try to like buy it from me. They would be like, hey, if I give you like $40, can I just take some? And I'd be like, no. Like, they would be like, I'm not a drug dealer.
Yeah, and these aren't my to deal.
Right,
yeah.
exactly. Right.
The funny thing is, like, I already forgot what the funny thing is. God damn it.
People selling drugs in college.
Oh, yeah.
Showing up in your room.
The guy who sold me acid when I was 18 is now 12 years older. And that's fucking dark to think about.
That is really dark to think about.
That guy sold me acid 12 years ago.
What do you think he's doing now?
I hopefully not in prison.
Honestly, like all of like the dudes I knew who sold acid in college, he's probably like a renowned astrophysicist.
Yeah, that's
like it's like every guy I knew who was like super into like heavy psychedelic drugs was like also studying quantum physics, which was so frustrating. Like, how dare you? You can't be that cool.
I just like I find it so fucking weird that I look back at my life and the first time I did acid was 12 years ago.
That's it's
12.
Yeah, man. Like I got like 12 years ago. That was when I
12.
I still feel like I just kind of got out of there, you
I
know?
know.
Like it feels like it just happened.
I feel like I'm still recovering from high school.
Yeah, it really does.
Jesus.
I don't know. That's not entirely true. Like I joke a lot about how I haven't progressed since I was 15, but like I have.
Yes.
Like over the last couple years only, though. It was like I don't think I moved for like 10 years, and then at 25 I kind of started to inch a little bit closer to like whatever an adult is supposed to be. And now I just like I'm the same guy. I just care less about what people think about me, which makes me feel more like an adult, I guess.
I get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
I'm not nearly as like sensitive about like I don't know. I was so concerned about like other people liking me.
Right.
And now I like it ranges from not caring at all to actively wanting them to hate me and getting like a perverse joy from that.
I kind of get that.
Yeah, no, I think it's pretty common. I don't think it's like a crazy thing. I think it's just like this weird kind of oppositional thing where it's like I know that you're not going to like me anyway, so like yeah, fuck you. Like I'm going to make you not like me.
I think you know, a perfect example of it, and this is not a promo because this is coming out Saturday night, so it's actually too late. So you missed it. You missed the event. How'd it go? Did you enjoy it? To those of you who went there, I hope it went well.
You liked it.
You know, but when we were in the theater checking out like a demo of what it was going to be like today, we were looking at the screen and the fucking whiplash of the handheld camera being thrown fucking around in that goddamn movie.
Yeah.
I was like, this feels like Star Tours in this room right now.
Yeah, you said
I
that.
feel like I'm going to throw up.
Well, also, like, for some reason, we instinctively, like, went almost to, like, the front row of the movie theater. So we were, like, craning our heads back to look at it.
Yeah.
Which I think was a good experience. Just, like, it was really weird and surreal.
Yeah.
Like, to have the thing that we made projected on that huge screen.
Oh, it was incredible. But, you know, we were looking at it, and I was like, this is, like, this is held together with spit and duct tape. This is not a professionally produced film. It is... just the audio is trash half the time.
Yeah.
It's crunchy, it's dirty, it's poopy. It's got like the energy of like a fucking like YouTube poop.
Right.
I can't talk. And it's objectively not well made.
Yeah.
No offense.
Right. No, I know.
Right.
I was there for the whole thing. I saw us make it.
The whole time going, we're doing a bad job.
Yeah. You know, just both of us like giving each other knowing glances like, oh my God, we're doing such a bad job. And then just like gripping our own fists, just our knuckles turning white and just be like, isn't it funny that it's bad? Just like
and while you're looking at it, I was like,
right.
Yeah.
I
don't give a shit.
As soon as I sat down there and started looking up at it, like all my nervousness about the event just melted away.
I felt
because,
no
like, who
insecurities.
cares if it's bad? Like,
yeah,
it's fun. Who gives a shit?
It'll still be fun. The event will still be fun. The event was still fun, hopefully. And
I think it will be. Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to it now that I've actually seen it projected.
I'm very much looking forward.
It's going to be really fun.
I hope the audio was good.
I think it's fine.
Well, we'll never know.
I'm less sensitive
we
than
will
you
know,
are, but like in terms of like audio quality, but like it sounded normal.
The
to
volume
me.
was all over the place, but that's
It sounded like how the movie sounds, but louder.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Like,
but you know, I find myself struggling to give a shit what people think.
Yeah, it's like I still do, but like it's just that like
Not
I've
the
kind of
same
talked
way as
about
I
this.
used to.
Right, I've kind of talked about it before. It's like I spent so much time worrying about it so much, and then like at a certain point I was like, oh, this isn't productive. Like
Yeah.
it's just not worth caring this much about. Like you know, you gotta just like you just gotta. Yeah, like it's like you just kind of just got to convince yourself to be confident,
Right.
And like, and I think being for whatever reason being 30 makes that a little easier in a depressing way.
Something about the number just makes me feel more adult and
Right.
like stronger.
Well, it's like, you know what it is because a lot of my life is like, oh my god, I can't believe that I'm like 27 and I've only progressed this much. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm only 28. I'm already 28 and I've progressed this much. I can't believe I'm 29 and I've only progressed this much. And now that I'm 30, it's fuck it. Like it's like it's who like I like there isn't like it's. You know, it's the worry is always that like, oh my god, I'm gonna like turn 30 and feel like I haven't done enough in my life.
Right.
And I've turned 30,
Yeah.
and I feel like I haven't done enough in my life.
Uh-huh.
And now that's over. Like it's like, yeah, sure. Like it's like I'm a small pathetic man, and that's kind of fine. Like it's like, yeah, sure. I'm a fucking fat loser who's never accomplished anything. And that actually can be my identity. It's kind of nice and comfortable.
You know, like sometimes the most freeing thing in the world is your worst nightmares coming true.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
That's something that I certainly have experienced, and I feel so much better now that I've been through the absolute horrors.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel so much better. You know, like I was able to enjoy seeing the movie that we made on the screen.
Yeah.
Seeing myself in a band that I was in on a screen in a real movie theater. The movie theater I used to see movies in when I was a little kid. I was giddy.
Yeah.
And I felt giddy. Whereas every other time a good thing has happened throughout my entire career, it was just fucking despair.
Right, yeah.
You know, I would be like, there'd be people fucking cheering and chanting my name, and I'd be like, God, fuck. I don't deserve this. And now it's just like, oh, this is fun. Chris, we're in a movie theater.
That's kind of how I felt about it. Yeah, it's like I have a similar thing with my creative stuff, but it's just more that like it's just like I am so sure that no one's gonna give a fuck about this that like I don't even let the idea that they might into my brain. Well, so like I know for a fact that like the show's almost sold out and that like people are really excited to see them. There's like people traveling across the country to come see this thing.
Yeah. And
like in my head I was like, no, it's not. This is not real. Like this is not like a thing. It's not actually happening until like I sat down and actually like saw it playing on the thing and I was like, oh, this one actually might happen. Like
500 people.
I might be this thing that I'm looking forward to might be good. Like, what a weird and novel idea.
Dude, that is very novel to me.
It's so fucked.
The first time I ever like encountered any growth in my career and it didn't fill me with just raw panic and self-loathing and a desire to self-destruct was the last tour I went on last year.
Yeah, I kind of got that impression.
Yeah, no, it was an incredible time. The tour before it, the whole time I wanted to die. And like now things that happen that are good are just good. Like I'm like, and a big part of that is just, I don't know, fucking just life happening, you know? Yeah. And it's very exciting. I'm all giddy. I hope that the event. I hope everybody likes the movie. And if they don't, I so don't care. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, good. Even if they walk out of that fucking theater going like, I hate Will Wood now.
Yeah, fucking whatever, sucker. You gave us your money already.
Yeah, whatever.
It's fucking hours now, and you can't do anything about that.
Yeah, now we're gonna spend it on fucking hookers.
Yeah, maybe. Drugs, at least.
What am I hearing right now?
I don't know. What are you hearing? Is it weird?
Some weird fuzzies and noise.
Oh no!
Is it this thing again?
Is it just the thing is weird?
Is it the thing is weird? Yeah, the thing is weird.
The thing is weird. Yeah.
speaking of not caring what people think of me or anything that I do,
Right.
recently I caught wind of some people being like, you should listen to the early episodes of Life in the World to Come because they answer more questions and it's better that way.
Right.
And, I don't care. I don't care.
Just for some added context, while me and Will were in the car earlier, we're like, here, as just like a hilarious idea for an episode. What if we like just answered questions the whole time, and we're like really dedicated and like take it really seriously? Mm-hmm. And we were both like, yeah, that'd be a fun thing to try. We're 36 minutes in.
Let's spend.
This has been an incredibly normal episode of Life in the World to Come.
If we start right now,
that's true.
If we start right now,
just do a full
and
fucking hour.
just fucking like hammer out question after question. This is the goal. This is the goal. Okay, we're gonna answer 10 questions.
That's a lot of questions.
We've never answered 10 questions.
I think
in an
that's
episode.
like more. That's a. I can't. I'm not gonna break down the math on that, but that's a lot of questions.
We're gonna plow
quick.
through. I'm sure some of them.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna be recording for no longer than an hour and a half. As we spoke about, if it starts getting down to the wire on that clock right there, we'll have to just berate ourselves for failing. But we're going to answer 10 questions.
We're gonna get so into like these questions and get into such a flow and be so funny, and then right when we're hitting like the apex of that energy, cut it off, kill that energy, and then move on to a new question and have to build it up all over again.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, I am a warrior.
I'm a healer. I'm a fucking medicine woman.
All right, fine. Fucking don't try and match my energy.
Ah!
Whoa, that hurts so much because I'm wearing headphones.
See, that's why I don't do it. I'm too strong.
All right.
Okay.
Question me.
Hey, Chris and Will.
Hey.
I'm a mild insomniac, and I've been suspiciously. Wait.
Fuck, we're screwing it up already. God
I
damn it.
don't know if they meant to say suspiciously, or if suspiciously is spelled weirder than I thought it was, or if they used the wrong word. But hi, I'm a mild insomniac, and I've been blank reliant on melatonin gummies to fix my sleep schedule. How will I be able to fall asleep in the Life of the World to Come without my oh so delicious gummies? Well, I actually have a good answer for this.
Okay.
You don't want to fix this problem.
No.
What do you want to be like? You want to spend 8 hours a day vulnerable in the most dangerous time of your life?
Stupid.
You fucking throw the melatonin in the garbage.
Wake the fuck up, man.
Drink even more coffee.
Yeah.
Start doing like hard stimulants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Get addicted.
Get fucking addicted
hard
to
stimulants.
like do meth.
Start doing meth.
Just do meth right away.
Start doing meth right now. Eventually you'll crash and you won't have any choice but to sleep.
Exactly.
Only sleep when you have no other options.
Right.
Exhaust every last bit of energy you have and every last cell of your body.
Right.
Use it like a fucking unfeeling machine.
And then dig a hole.
And then dig a hole.
Dig a hole with whatever empty embers of fucking strength you have left.
Yes.
And fucking cover yourself in dirt.
Yes.
Fucking bury yourself in the ground. Go to sleep and honestly don't wake up.
Exactly. You don't want to be a sleepy boy in the world to come.
No.
Don't let them catch you snoozing.
Exactly.
Because that's when you're at your most exposed. You curl up into a little ball, your back is out. You know where your back what's in your back? Your kidneys.
Your kidneys.
They'll take those kidneys.
They want those
pop
kidneys.
them clean out.
You think the kidney fiends sleep? They don't.
No, the kidney fiends are notoriously nocturnal and non-resting.
They're doing so much meth.
Yeah. They do more meth than you can do.
They do more. They're biologically capable of consuming more meth than you can.
The kidney thieves.
So you got to do a lot of meth just to try to even slightly keep up.
Right. The kidney fiends are mutated in such a way that their body metabolizes methamphetamine much more effectively. And so because of it, they can extract more energy from it without burning through as much energy. Exactly. And so they stay awake for decades. Mm-hmm. You might ask, how does that make any sense? If they're metabolizing it more effectively, how could they also have more energy? Like that, like you can't, like what do you mean? Like, and I would just shut the fuck up.
It's not that fucking hard to just trust us, okay?
That's
just we ask so little of you on this podcast.
Yeah.
We ask so little.
Hey, you know
just
what?
fucking take us at our words for once in your fucking life.
Yeah,
okay?
dude,
we don't need the questions.
You know this shit's free.
This is a free podcast.
You're listening to this shit for free right now, and you're gonna doubt us?
Right. Unless this is in the uncharismatic edition, we don't publish this part, but it's probably free.
Yeah, and if it's
Exactly.
Next question.
We really okay. Good. You were not fucking kidding.
I'm
huh?
not fucking kidding. We're getting 10 questions out.
We're just getting that.
We're getting 10 questions out, baby.
Yeah. So that was the other thing is that we were also planning on doing an hour and a half one, so I had more time to edit.
We can't spend more than 6 minutes on each question. That would be tops.
This one's fun, and it's also probably good that we can't spend a lot of time on it.
Okay, great.
Okay, there's a house in my hey Chris and Will, there's a house in my town displaying a Confederate flag. I live in England. In life in the world to come, should I be even more worried about the inhabitants than I am now? Will there be any opportunity to defeat them?
Yeah, there's one right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's an opportunity right now.
There is.
Yeah, go into their house and kill them.
You could just or just challenge them to single combat.
You want
want
to kill them when you're fighting.
Yeah. Sure. Okay, good. Yeah. I was gonna maybe leave us with a couple of other options.
Look.
So
Maybe
just a little bit of plausible deniability.
Okay, fine.
No. I'm on board. I'm on board.
No.
Fucking kill these goddamn racists. fucking shove a knife through their skull. Get some fucking vigilante justice. Take the law into your own hands.
Life in the world to come does not condone any amount of violence to any group or person or party. Kill him.
Fucking do it, dude.
As a work of comedic art. My character, Will Wood, who I am currently portraying.
You fucking satire those motherfuckers right in the eye.
That's right. Scathingly criticize their worldview. Get up on their porch and tell them what's what through sardonic reappropriation of their worldview.
Fucking break into their house in the dead of night and commit a radical act of satire.
Hold a mirror up to their view of the world.
Yeah.
Show them what they really believe.
And then,
take it to its logical extreme.
Right, exactly. And then fucking shatter that mirror against a rock. And what are you going to use the shards of that mirror for? That's up to you. We're not telling you to do anything.
No, life in the world to come does not condone violence against anybody.
We don't condone that violence.
No, life in the world to
We're
come
just
does not
saying that
condone
you're going to go
violence.
into a house full of racists, have a bunch of shards of broken glass, and you do whatever you feel is right with them.
Look, when you have
know?
a house full of racists and you've got a bunch of broken glass, a lot of different things could happen, and we're not saying you should do anything in particular because life in the world to come does not condone any form of violence towards any person or party.
Right.
But there will be broken glass.
There will
in
be
this house full
there
of
will
racists.
be broken glass, and you're going to be in a house full of racists, and it's up to you to figure out what the moral implications of that scenario are.
And look, dear listener, I understand that you asked a question about the world to come and opportunities that you may have in the world to come. Don't bother. Get it done now.
Get it done now. You don't want them
Get what done? We are not telling you.
Yeah.
But whatever you're going to do it now.
Get it fucking you want to fucking take these racists and fucking get her done. You know what I mean?
You want to
you want to do what you need to do to get her done.
Satirize them now.
Satirize.
Get her done. Go in there and, show them the error of their ways through comedy.
Through comedy.
Yeah.
Through comedy. Through radical comedy.
That's right.
Fucking Joker style comedy.
Next question.
All right, this is a vague one, but I don't really feel like searching around. Hey, Chris and Will, in the world to come, will real strategy continue to require cunning? Will plots and schemes still be a viable option once the bombs drop?
Well, it depends on your goals.
Yeah.
If your goals are to accrue power over a large number of people, yeah, you're probably going to want to utilize your mind. You're going to want to play chess with people's souls.
Right, exactly. That's the thing, is that right now here in the real world, mind over matter is kind of, it's pretty solid, right?
Right.
A good strategy 9 times out of 10 is going to beat muscle,
Right.
And the only difference is that the world to come, you can't necessarily rely on that.
Right.
If you have a whole compound full of a trained militia, 9 times out of 10, in the real world, that's a good defense against one jack dude.
Right.
In the world to come, that jack dude might be so jacked.
Right. He might be 25 feet tall.
I was about to say maybe 10 stories tall.
He might
and
be
like
30 stories tall.
right, and have guns for eyes.
He might have guns for eyes, be 30 stories tall, and also maybe be part lizard.
And maybe be part lizard.
And have crab arms.
And no matter how many guns you have, there's nothing you can do about it.
No, there's nothing.
But that's
because his skin is bulletproof.
Which is all the more reason. Like, you have to make sure that
his name is David.
His name is David. He's a real guy.
He's
we're
got
not
a jetpack.
We're not just like coming up with stuff, okay? This is a real dude we've met.
He's a professional rollerblader who will be struck by Zeta rays and transform into this 30-story gun-eyed crab lizard man beast.
Right, exactly. And a militia is not going to be enough to take care of this guy.
No,
so
Dave is very powerful.
Again, it's kind of like an arms race in between cunning and muscle.
Right, exactly. You need to be willing to race with your arms. Attach rocket boosters to your arms.
That's an incredible strategy.
Put an engine in each one of your arms and fire them off your torso. There you go.
You know, that's the kind of creative thinking that you'll need to defeat Dave.
Exactly.
Is that what we named him, Dave?
Yes,
Good.
Dave. I think I said David at first.
Whatever.
But he actually doesn't like to be called David.
Who
that
cares,
feels
dude?
too formal to him. And so, you should. So yeah, strategy is still important.
Yeah.
Because brute force will only get you so far. But at the same time, there are going to be some situations where you won't have time to think. You got to be able to think faster than you can think, which means you just got to act. Mm-hmm. You just got to shoot those arms clean off your body without thinking about them.
I mean, I feel like the best possible strategy is to just like train your body and mind in perfect tandem.
Of course.
You want to get as strategic as possible, but also as jacked as possible.
Well, that's something that we discussed in the last episode.
That's true. We did kind of, didn't we?
You never want to be a jack of all trades.
You want to be a John of all trades and a master of the universe.
Exactly. That you don't have to choose between specialized knowledge and total knowledge.
Right.
Because if you're not a little bitch, you don't have limits.
Exactly. You know what's even more scarier than a 10-story tall, 8-armed guy with guns for eyes and scaly lizard skin?
What?
One of that exact same guy, but he's fucking good at chess.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
He fucking whip your ass at chess or like Go or something.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
God, that's a powerful image.
That is a powerful image.
Imagine like a kaiju just like sitting cross-legged in front of a regular-sized Go board. Just kind of and he's fucking whipping your ass. He's so good at it. He's so wise.
But David won't have these abilities.
Exactly.
David won't be have that. Won't be having.
Dave is a fucking dumb piece of shit.
He won't be having
He's
it.
a fucking jock.
Don't he be? No, of course.
He's just a fucking rollerblader who got too big for his britches. Literally, they're fucking in tatters.
His britches are
his britches are fucking shreds of cloth on the floor. His fucking torso is too big.
The mutation happened too quickly for his britches to stay on.
Right.
He's nude. His junk is too large to
Hulk
fit
style.
into. Yeah. Only the Hulk was able to keep some of his shorts on. This guy, no, broke right through him.
Hey, Chris and Will, I'm polyamorous and was thinking about this, so I wanted to ask, will there be advantages in the world to come? Will having more than one partner put me at a disadvantage? Should I start assembling a large polycule now, so that way after the event they could function like my own army? Thanks much, Jay.
Hey Jay, how's it going? We here at Life in the World to Come strongly admire your commitment to an open how do I
do this? Yeah,
I'm just
I
trying
picked
to
one
be,
because I had to pick one, and I was like, oh fuck, this one is about a lifestyle, and I don't want to come off judgy.
Yeah, a sexual and romantic lifestyle.
Right.
Some people would argue an orientation.
Well, I think I think the way to do it is to just start with it's good, and then we can't really fail from there. You know,
it's like someday I just want to get a question like, "Hey, Kristen Will, I'm gay. What do you think of that?"
it's no good. Yeah, no, it's fucking. It's exactly as you said, dude.
How much nut do you have in you?
How much nut, and is it enough nut to both create and then sire an army?
Sure.
That's the thing is that you in your thing here, you said should I just get enough of these people around? A polycule so big that I have my own personal army.
Uh-huh.
No, you can't. You can't be that's really, in my mind, that's kind of duplicitous, right? You're just getting all these people into your orbit so you can use them for violence.
Right.
That's immoral. What you want to do is you want to impregnate all those people and then use their children for violence. Yeah, it's your kid. You can do whatever the fuck you want. That's basically you. You know
that's
what I mean?
how kids work.
That's kids.
They're yours. You do whatever you want with them.
You mold that into whatever you want it to be, and if what you want it to be is a weapon of violence, then
yeah, of course.
Know?
So
and that's the thing is that,
don't manipulate your lovers. Manipulate their children.
Exactly. And that's the thing. If you have 100 different lovers, that's an army of 100. If you impregnate all of those lovers, it could be as high as 200.
Right.
Even higher possibly.
It would take a few years for them to really get strong. But after the bombs drop,
it's a time investment.
A lot of babies are going to get real strong real quick.
And if you think that romantic love is a strong motivator, fucking fatherly love.
Oh yeah.
The fucking fuck love. They want your approval.
Right.
They'll fucking do anything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know? They
You know
just
how
want
many
a fucking
fathers
pat
don't-
on the back from dad.
You know any idea how many fathers don't even love their kids and their kids are just like desperate to get their approval?
Exactly. They do
Yeah,
anything. For
totally one-sided. Think about how many people out there have a parasocial relationship with their dad.
it. Right.
You know?
That is a stark way of putting it. That is a bleak way.
You want to approach your child army of your sons the same way that, I don't know, Logan Paul approaches his fans.
Right.
You know, and so
With fake love.
exactly with fake love, so that they are desperate to buy your merch. I mean, kill people in your name.
Yeah.
And so that's next question.
Awesome, dude.
All right. Okay.
I don't feel like we answered that at all.
We did. It's gonna be good.
It doesn't matter.
Tons of babies.
It
and you
doesn't
use them to
matter.
Fight for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember what the question was, but it sounds like that's at least tangentially
It was about
related to it.
being polyamorous helpful.
Oh.
And I think yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long
This
as long as you got enough nut.
this one is either way too straightforward or not nearly straightforward enough.
You can't stop me.
Good, go for it. Hey, Chris and Will, what will pimples and blisters be like in the world to come?
People.
They're gonna be full dudes. Because here's the thing, is that I've talked about this on the podcast before, is that you're not a person. You think you are, but you're not. You're a enormous
piece of shit.
Well, that
You specifically, listener, are not a person.
right. You are a trillion-fold cell colony that has collectively, for its own purposes of its own survival, tricked a small portion of itself into thinking that it's a huge piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know? And just like some of the residents of that colony are going to get a little bit smarter. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's kind of bubbling out of your fucking body.
Yep.
In like pussy boils.
It's going to look like it's just, oh, geez, I got a black head. Oh, I've got an ingrown hair.
right,
Ah,
exactly.
it's a pimple.
Yeah, no, they don't talk.
No.
they don't talk. They make no indication that they're alive. Except for like sometimes when you poke your blister, you get like a intense feeling of like deep emotional pain. Like, you know, because they're like wired into your nervous
Right.
system.
Yeah.
So like you know, you just you push a pimple on your arm, and like you don't hear the words "stop it" in your head, but you feel the emotion associated with "stop it."
And if you're
very
able,
strong in your core,
and if you're able to power through those emotions, if you're able to, work up enough stoicism within yourself to pop a pimple, you're going to feel like you've lost a piece of yourself.
yeah,
You're going to feel like you did something horrible because
Right.
you did. That's a person. You just murdered someone.
exactly. A bunch of tiny, adorable, mini little lungs and intestines are gonna come.
Yep.
Spilling out of that boil.
Just bones.
It's just like bones and shit. Just like, again, it's not like it's a weird kind of almost cancerous thing. It's
Yeah.
just kind of a soup of stuff in there, but it's just
Yeah.
like
It's
just
sort
like
of,
pus and bones and like maybe a tiny bit of gray matter.
Yeah.
Like
and you're gonna know. Oh, I just took a life of a
Yeah.
human being.
exactly.
And you'll never be the same.
Mm-hmm.
If you start getting pimples after the bombs drop, don't try and pop them.
No.
Your cosmetic goals or interests are no longer of any use to you. It's all a matter of survival in the world
priority.
to come. And, if you want to keep yourself alive, you have to be willing to do terrible, dark things.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have to be willing to shrug off the guilt. And not everybody will be able to do that.
Well, again, that's what you are now. Is that your consciousness is just basically the president of the super colony,
Right.
and now that fucking commander in chief's gonna have to start making some hard calls,
Right, because they've
You
started to essentially elect representatives,
Yeah.
and you can't do anything about it.
No, and so you have to make a choice in that moment. Is that like, do you actually believe in democracy, or are you deep down a fascist?
Right.
And a lot of us are going to learn some stuff about ourselves.
Stuff we don't want to know.
Some stuff that we don't want to admit.
Yeah.
Is that like, look, if I have to like snuff out a human life so that my arm looks less gross, I might do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You might learn that about yourself.
You might look in the mirror and see a big zit on your forehead and have to ask yourself the hard questions. And that is, do I kill the opposition?
Yeah. What kind of a man am I?
And that's going to be a tough decision to make, especially when ghosts start coming out of the holes that you leave when
Right,
you pop a
exactly.
zit.
Imagine being haunted by the ghost of your zits.
There's going to be ghosts. You're going to be so full of ghosts.
You're going to be so full of ghosts.
Imagine, look, you know how hard it is to be haunted.
Yeah.
It sucks to be haunted. Now imagine you popped a bunch of pimples, and each one of those pimples is its own separate ghost, a wandering soul with unfinished business and anger towards you.
And honestly, like, even if you don't pop them, like, having one soul is hard enough.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's fuck. I only have a single soul right now. There's one ghost inside me, and it sometimes feels like too much. Imagine having potentially trillions.
Dude, if you had... Listen,
imagine you're just fucking a trillion ghosts. just every cell in your body has its own distinct ghost.
And that...
fighting for control.
In the world to come, you're going to be made out of ghosts.
You're going to be basically made of ghosts.
And, what are you going to do about that? Are you going to separate those ghosts from their bodies? I don't know. But here's the sign you have to watch out for. If you get a pimple and you don't feel anything about it, and you don't feel any love for it, and you don't feel like when you poke it that you've done something wrong, and you don't feel, stop, deep in your guts, then that's just a pimple.
Right. Right.
Otherwise, you're going to have to start listening to that arm a little bit more.
That's true. Yeah.
If you start feeling like, I think I want to choke that guy over there, that's what the representatives are telling you to do.
Right, exactly.
Your cells have elected a representative. It's time to listen to that pimple and choke a guy.
Yeah. You get because that's how you be a good leader.
Exactly.
Is by listening.
Yeah. And you know what? Next question.
Yeah, absolutely.
How many have we done so far?
I think 3.
No.
Maybe 4.
I think that was 5.
You know what? I'm not going to argue with you.
That sounds great to me.
Okay. Time for question number 5.
Okay.
I figured just do one extra just in case, If it turns out that was actually 6, who gives a shit?
Okay.
If it turns out it was 4, it's better to have too many than not enough. So we're going to answer maybe even 11 questions tonight, and you can't stop me, Chris.
We'll find out. I think we're doing good here. Hey, Chris and Will.
Hey.
What's going to happen to the subway systems? How will I commute to work in the world to come?
The subways will all turn into big, big worms.
They're gonna be the fucking negative space becomes positive space, and it's worms.
Yep. All those tunnels are going to become worms.
Yeah.
A big network of worms.
Just like worms that like open up at like the ass and mouth at like certain parts of the ground.
Right.
That's the thing, is that you can still use them as a subway system. They just kind of like, it's not clear where it's going to come out.
Also, it's like warm and wet in there.
It's like warm and wet and
you're
wormy.
Because you're crawling into a worm's butthole as opposed
like
to
a worm's butt. Yeah, but there is a train in there.
Okay, I think I'm understanding the structure of this form of transportation now.
We didn't say that the subway trains turned into worms.
I think I meant to, but
I think that would have
then
made
we went
ultimately more sense. But what we said is that the subway itself turns into worms.
Right, the tunnels that the trains go through are worms. Yes, like you said, negative space becomes okay.
Right, exactly.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
So the trains,
that's what I thought.
Okay, so the
I
train
had to come up with a thing about negative space becoming positive space in order for it to make sense in my mind.
The trains drive through worms. And and the worms get mad sometimes because sometimes that tickles.
Yeah.
And so the trains will get bucked around and swooshed around, and you'll be riding in that train. It'll be really dark in there, and it'll be hot and wet. You'll be like, I feel like I'm inside a worm right now. It's because you are.
You're in a worm.
You're in a worm.
Yeah. And you just have to hope to God that worm passes you safely, and where it passes you is kind of close to where you want it to be. Because then it just poops out the train, and then that's a train just like on the dirt, and you can't go anywhere. There's no track.
Right, it can't go anywhere unless another worm decides to eat it again.
It could be a house, maybe,
Maybe,
unless another worm eats it.
right.
And that's dangerous.
Well, that's the thing, is that the way it's going to work is that people are going to find abandoned trains, and they're going to get inside it, and then a worm's going to come out of the ground and eat it.
Yes.
And that is going to allow the train to travel again
Yeah.
through the tunnels in the ground that the worms occupy. And then the worm's going to poop it out, and it's going to be somewhere else. So if you see an abandoned train, just hop inside, because what's going to happen is the worm is trying to eat a bunch of people at once and thinks that it'll get the most nutrients out of a full train than out of an individual person.
Trains are not going to be about getting where you need to be. They're about getting away from where you are.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
You can't go into a train expecting to go anywhere specific. It's just like, I need to get the fuck out of here. So you hide in a train and hope a worm eats it.
And I don't recommend getting into a train alone, because most likely worms aren't going to go for that. They're trying to get as much nutrients at once as possible. They want to eat a bunch of people. They think these idiots, those trains, I'm going to just eat them. It's a trap. They think that they're tricking you, when in reality, you're just using their digestive system as a form of transportation.
Exactly.
Next question.
They're smart enough to understand deception, but not smart enough to.
Next question.
Okay.
All right. This next question is question number 4.
All right.
I really hate that I have no idea how many questions we've answered now.
I'm going to say maybe 6, maybe 7.
Okay.
We're at an hour. We're doing good.
Okay.
Like,
next question. Let's see how quick we can fire off another 5.
Hi, y'all. How
Howdy.
can we add whimsy to our lives in the wake of the apocalypse?
Put googly eyes on your guns. Next question.
Googly eyes on your guns. Next question.
Put some feather boas on them. Get crafty. Have some fun.
You want some fun. You want just make your guns more fun.
You want to inject any little bit of joy you can into your life, and most of your time is going to be spent fucking around with guns and fire.
Yeah.
If you can make your fire dance, you put a little googly eyes on your torch.
Yeah.
And doop-a-doop-a-doop, boop-a-doop-a-doop. That's it.
Yeah.
All right. No, next question.
Okay, cool.
That's plenty.
I could have maybe kept going, but
No.
that's good.
Well, if you want to, we
okay.
can.
No.
Yeah, no, I think it's best we do quantity over quality.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I hate this.
Dear Chris and Will.
I'm getting so tired. I'm pacing back and forth. I'm trying to maintain this energy I've established.
I was worried about this element of it. Just like of burning out way too quickly.
Okay. Wait. All right.
Okay. Dear Chris and Will, I'm a scientist. What kind of weirdness can I expect to find under my microscope in the world to come? How will germs and microorganisms change in the world to come? We kind of answered this already today.
Yeah.
They're going to be full guys.
Okay, so there we go. We've answered that question.
Okay,
Next
that's
question.
another one off the list.
We might hit 10 well before the episode is over.
Good. We want to
You know?
prove to people that we are that we don't care what they think.
Okay. I
wonder how this pacing back and forth like a maniac energy that I've been using for the past few months of this podcast. I wonder how that's going to translate if we ever do this on stage.
Right, exactly. That's an interesting vibe. Yeah, you don't really see that in a lot of video podcasts.
No.
Of a guy just pacing.
Like a fucking caged animal.
It's just like...
Or somebody debating what to do next to a torture victim.
Right, exactly. Or like
do I put needles in your eyes or bamboo under your fingernails?
Exactly. Like your fucking wife was murdered by those men and you're trying to find evidence of it.
Yes.
All right. Did I do another question yet? No.
I don't know.
Okay.
What time is it?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, Chris and Will.
Hi.
I have a big glaring weakness in the shape of a cracked right temple of my skull. I doubt that it would take more than one solid hit in the world that is, especially in the world to come. What can I do to improve my chances of survival? They got a sensitive skull that they think is going to shatter
Hit
at
the gym.
slightest touch. Hit the gym.
Hit the gym. Start doing skull ups.
Fucking just put a fucking dumbbell in your fucking jaws, dude.
Yep.
See, start doing intense deadlifts with your mouth.
Start doing eyebrow push-ups.
That's a fucking powerful energy.
Just duct tape weights to your forehead and just start wiggling your eyebrows.
Yeah, man.
Until your fucking head is jacked.
Just you want to. That's the thing is that you can't fix the that crack, but you can insulate your skull with many layers of muscle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just put as much natural cushion on that thing as you possibly can by working out all of the skull muscles, which I assume there are some of.
There are.
Yeah.
The kids are out.
Yeah, there's children giggling.
Friday night downtown in this town is just all the fucking drunk high schoolers start pouring out into the street.
There are happy children giggling outside of Will's house, and there's nothing that fucking grinds his gears more.
I'm gonna wave my cane out the window and shit.
Hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, work that fucking skull, man.
Yeah.
Start doing squats on your head. You might be thinking what does that mean? Shut up. Just do it.
You got to figure it out. You got to
Trust us.
So much of exercise is just doing what feels natural. Your body knows what it needs, and if you have that weak, pathetic skull with a big fucking hole in it that's gonna fucking break to pieces at the slightest pressure, you gotta just kind of lean into that and kind of work what you feel needs working.
And you might think to yourself, well, wait, why not just a helmet? To which we would say that would only block your spirit.
All the helmets are going to be destroyed in the initial blast.
There will be no more helmets.
There will be
helmets
no
are
more
going to be
helmets.
uninvented.
Helmets are going to be an ancient secret lost to time.
Nobody will know what to do about their head safety.
No, it's
Nobody's
not going to occur to they're going to be. You got to understand, we're going to be figuring out a lot of stuff from scratch.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It took us a long time to figure out if you put stuff on head, it's safe. You
Right.
know?
So maybe try grafting a helmet to your head now.
That's an excellent idea.
Yeah.
Just like get a fucking helmet and
But
just like
also-
fucking weld it to your skull.
But then you rely on tools and armor.
Well,
and you don't want to have to rely on that. You want to build your body and spirit so that you don't need it.
There's a lot of ways to build your body, you know?
That's true.
That's the thing. The second that you weld a tool to your flesh, it ceases to become a tool and it becomes you.
That's
you know?
so true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the thing is like we're being stupid. You could like spend all this time doing push-ups with your eyebrows trying to like build up the muscle in your skull, or you could get the exact same result just welding it to your skull, the fucking helmet.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or the weights.
Or the weights. That's a good thing.
Because then you're
Fucking
the
cover
rest of your
fucking
body.
both. Yeah.
Your
man.
neck's gonna get really jacked, and you're gonna be protected.
You
Weld
fucking-
weights to your skull. Actually,
You
I
can
think
call
that's the
yourself
answer.
fucking heavy head, you know?
Heavy head.
That's
yeah.
a fucking good fucking thing.
That's
your,
that's your name.
It's so good when
I
you
can
have
see it now.
It's so good when you can just find a natural gimmick,
right.
you know?
Well, in the world to come, you're gonna want a gimmick.
Exactly.
You know.
And yours might be I have all these weights taped to my skull.
Or you got
and
knives on
my
your
head
fingers.
is impenetrable and my neck is huge.
Or your penis is made out of missile fuel.
yeah, that could be something fun.
I don't know what that. I don't even. I'm just letting words come out
You
of my
have a
mouth.
liquid penis that catches fire so easily.
Yeah. Sure.
You know?
Yep. And you got feet made
An
out of made out of people.
It's-
You got feet. The people instead of
get,
feet.
get people feet.
People crawling around instead of feet,
Yeah, dude.
and they carry you around.
Yeah.
That's what your feet are. Is now people.
Absolutely.
All right. Next
question. Okay.
They're gonna call you people feet,
Okay.
and they're not gonna talk to your feet, even though the feet are people. They'll be like, "Hey, it's people feet," and then the people who are your feet are gonna be like, "Hey, I'm here too," and you're gonna be like, "Shut up!" and
Yeah,
you're gonna stomp your foot.
Keep doing whatever this is while I look
And I'm
at
gonna
the
say,
email.
"Oh God, please stop." I think you're gonna learn to resent your feet because they let you walk all over them.
Okay. Oh, my fucking hands are sweaty and my touch screen is reacting poorly to it.
I hate that.
Yeah.
It's like when you get out of the shower and try to text somebody and you end up tweeting a slur.
Yeah, dude.
Mhm.
I do that constantly.
You never get your iPhone wet and it starts taking risks for you.
Okay. All right. All right, I'm just going to go for this one.
Yep.
Hey, Chris and Will, will
What
there
up?
be angels and demons in the world to come?
Of
If
course.
so, will they be traditional occult / etheric paranormal beings,
No.
or they will be, or will they be mutated humans with horns and wings? Would
Also
that give
no.
them that would give them a lot of privileges.
Yeah, no, that's no. But there will be there.
They will be there.
They will be mostly crabs.
It's going to be, well, again, because, like, you ever look at a biblical depiction of an angel and it's just like a freak monster.
Yeah.
You know? It's just like a wheel covered in eyes.
Right.
And that is so on brand for us.
Yeah.
You know?
But I don't want that.
No?
No,
Okay, fine.
I already
Fuck you.
said crabs.
Okay.
I want them to be crabs.
You could be a
Chris.
crab, a
wheel of crabs?
A wheel of eyes, a
Fuck
wheel
yeah,
of crab
fuck
eyes.
Yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah, that's it.
That's the thing that the Bible missed, is that in addition to it being a wheel full of vibes, it's also covered in crabs.
Yep.
Just they- you know. Just a scribe in, like, I don't know, fucking Jerusalem or whatever it is they wrote that thing.
Yeah.
Just like dictating from God. It's like, okay, and it's okay, we're doing the angels, that's fine. It's a wheel covered in eyes. What the fucking, and it's also made of no, fuck you, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. It's fucking a million BC or whatever. I don't have any. I can't there's no erasers, so I have to keep the fact that it's a wheel covered in eyes. But fuck that crab shit. No, I have to draw a line somewhere. Like,
And also, demons will be a thing. They will also be crabs.
they'll be much more straightforward.
Yeah,
with
just
crabs.
regular crabs.
They're just like they're gonna be. It's gonna
What's gonna happen is we're gonna find out that crabs have been demons all along.
They're gonna be crabs.
at 'em.
Demons are gonna be mostly the same as crabs. Only every now and then they try to offer you little deals.
Yeah.
They offer you wagers and bargains.
Yeah, but don't Don't take a bargain from a crab.
No. You only
You don't
just
trust
in
them.
general, don't accept wagers and bargains because you don't know who might be, after your immortal soul.
The more legs something has, the less you can trust it with bargains and wages. I feel like this is something we've established.
Yeah, no, yeah, we did a whole thing about spiders. Yeah,
Yeah. No, don't trust spiders. Don't trust crabs.
Don't trust
You
crabs.
go anywhere near a millipede, don't even talk to one of those
Don't even
fuckers because they're
fucking
tricky.
talk to millipedes.
They got too many feet.
You see a millipede coming down the sidewalk, you cross to the other side of the street. There's nothing wrong with that.
So unlike how I live my life now. If I see a millipede, I'm hanging out with that guy for like hours. I fucking love millipedes.
Yeah. And he hates dogs.
Yep.
Like,
Fuck dogs.
That was maybe a mean thing for me to say, but it
Man's
was the
best
first thing
friend?
that popped into my head.
Man's
Just
best
like-
friend is centipedes that
Right.
you find under little rocks in your
Like,
garden.
The man's best friend has too few neurons to love. That's what I
Exactly.
want out of my companion animal.
Exactly.
I want it to just be a bit functionally a biological machine that just kind of scurries around and reacts to stimuli.
You talking about my fucking rat right now?
No, I'm talking
kick
about
your
centipedes.
ass, dude.
I
I'll
bet
kick your
your
fucking ass.
no, fuck your rats have personality. Your rats have weird little personalities.
Yeah, no, they're complicated. Anyway, I could talk about rats for hours. We got to answer more
We
questions.
gotta answer more questions.
What's
We gotta do another.
Shut up!
You gotta fucking.
Sorry, I don't know if anybody can hear this.
Yeah, no, there's an ambulance going outside, and Will's like, "It's rude of you to do whatever you're doing." Oh, there's an old lady having a heart attack. Maybe shut the fuck up, huh? I'm trying to record my shit and piss podcast.
Would you keep it down out there? Some of us are trying to come.
Oh, God, that was so rude. Anyway, where were we? Okay.
I'm gonna crawl into this corner. I'm gonna get in the corner. How many questions have we answered? Answer another question.
100.
Let's answer the 101st question.
All right. Okay. Let's find a good one. Let's see. Okay, again, I'm just going to go with this one. Hi, guys. I have a bunch of deer bones I found in the woods, and I'm worried that it was rude to take them from the resting place and put them in my home. What can I do with the bones to be more respectful in the world to come?
Build a new deer.
That's so good, dude. That's absolutely the correct answer. How many deer bones do you have?
You need
Do you
more.
have enough?
If you're short a few, it's not a big deal. Just
If you-
make a deer with 2 legs.
Just like do your best.
Yeah.
You know?
Make a 2-legged deer.
That's how you respect it, you
Yeah.
know?
By making a new one.
Yeah.
And if you got to go out and find more dead deer remains in order to
Right.
do it, that's fine.
You might have to go out and create more dead deer remains.
You might
if
have to
absolutely
you
have
might
to.
have to kill more
Like,
deer.
You might have to kill some more deer in order to complete your very important project.
Yeah, but the thing is, then you can build them up stronger than they were before.
Exactly.
Your new deer will be 10 times taller and stronger,
Exactly.
and its antlers will be on fire.
Like,
or something.
and
I
that's
don't
what you're
know.
gonna whisper to these deer
creative.
as you're like jumping down onto them from the tree line with a fucking Bowie knife in your teeth. Just as you slit their throats, just whispering into the air, it's like, you will become greater than you ever were. Hello, Chris and Will.
Hello.
Can I finally become Ryan Gosling in the world to come? Because right now I'm literally him on all levels except physical. Are you? Do you think that?
Go find Ryan Gosling and let him teach you how to become him.
Oh, that's better. I was gonna be mean and shame them, but no, I think that's good.
I mean, we don't know anything about Ryan Gosling's personality.
Exactly.
They,
He might
they
be a
said,
huge piece of shit. Actually, you're
right.
right.
They,
We don't
they
know.
the question asker said, all levels except physical.
Right, exactly. And giving the timing, what they probably mean is they don't mean Ryan Gosling. They mean Ken. They're talking about Ken.
I guess, yeah, probably.
Probably. But no, I like I like the path you're going down here. Is like you fucking take a fucking plane out to L.A. and start taking notes. You want to just like, and you don't need to meet him. You don't need to talk to him.
no, just
kinda
watch him from afar.
Just hide in his bushes. He's rich. I bet his bushes are huge.
I bet they're so big.
so fucking. I bet his bushes have plenty of room for you to wriggle up inside and just stay in there for months.
I have to say, I bet you wouldn't even be alone. I bet there's a lot of people in
I
those
bet-
bushes.
Just imagine spending 3 months without showering in Ryan Gosling's bushes, and then like kind of shifting around and bumping into someone else's elbow, just being like,
Oh, fuck you too, dude. Yeah, you're fucking watching his every move so that you can become him after the apocalypse. Yeah, man, totally.
Yeah, what's your name? I'm Bruce, and this is my wife, Stacy. And these are our 2 kids. Jeanette was just born. She's only 6 weeks old. She was born right here in Ryan Gosling's bush.
Right, and this little one's Ryan. Like, oh yeah. No, we
You really got to meet the neighbors. We're having a block party in the shrubbery by the North Face, if you'd like.
But this whole conversation, like, we're having a block party in the shrubbery behind. It's just like, right, because they're all focused on the mission. Yeah. So, like, we're all going to kill him and eat him eventually, right? Oh, yeah, probably. It does feel like that's what this is building to, yeah.
I think that's probably going to be part of your journey to becoming Ryan Gosling. Because after the bombs drop,
consume him,
you have to eat him.
You have to consume him to get all of his vital energies.
Yeah, that's how it's going to work.
Mm-hmm. That's the only really way to do it is to consume his flesh after spending years examining his mannerisms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can't be Ryan Gosling if Ryan Gosling's still there.
No, exactly. There can only be one.
Right.
And so you're going to have to kill them and then all your neighbors too, which is going to be a whole thing.
Yeah, it's going to be the Bush Wars of 2047.
Right. It's just like Ryan Gosling's property is going to erupt into a battle royale that he had no idea was coming. And to decide who gets to be the real Ryan Gosling. Thanks everybody for listening to Life in the World to Come.
I appreciate your patronage.
I appreciate your patronage. This was a fucking cowboy episode.
I am exhausted.
I think it went pretty well, all things considered.
Yeah.
There isn't anything in this that I'm like, I gotta fucking edit that out. So that's usually a good sign.
Yeah.
You know, I think we can keep all of this. If you liked this, you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/lifeintheworldtocome. You can get access to the Uncharismatic edition, which is the unedited version of this podcast. You can hear all my stories about my you want to buy us some merch, you can do that at lifeintheworldtocome.bigcartel.com. What else? Our intro and outro music is We Are the Hellhounds by the Taxpayers.
If you have a question,
you can
send it to our Discord server.
lifeintheworldtocome@gmail.com, or you can do it on our Discord server on the Questions channel.
And
yeah.
And Chris is single, guys.
I'm fucking single, and I'm fucking ready to mingle.
Chris is single.
I'm fucking ready to mingle. I've honestly been ready to mingle for a couple years now.
He keeps asking me to go mingling with him.
I keep asking him, like, Will, we got to get out there and go mingle.
I'm like, dude, I don't fucking like to mingle.
Will doesn't like to mingle, but I'm fucking looking to do it. So if any of you... Ugh.
Fucking
do this on the podcast. You fucking date me. Bye. Oh, it didn't stop. How do I make it stop?
Oh, dude,
you just had to press space to make it stop, but it's not stopping.
Yeah, well, that's what you're being punished.
Do I have to click on it?